Hello，大家好。
Hi everyone.
我们已经 finished 3 chapter. Now I want to have a quick summarize.
Okay, what do you want to talk about then?
I want to talk the character who appeared in the book.
Okay, fine. Why don't you talk about the characters in the book?
Yes. So first one, I want to talk about the Victon.
You want to talk about Vincent?
Oh, Vincent.
Why is that?
But I want to talk a lot of people.
Okay, but you already met them, right? So why do you not talk about them?
So Wincom, I think, is very interesting because he's very nice looking on page 85.
So you like nice looking people? Is that what you're saying?
And
So you don't like Hippolyte, for example?
Maybe and Wincom is soft features.
Okay, so you don't like Pierre then? Pierre doesn't have soft features.
You cannot say that.
Well,
Okay.
he's big, right? For one, for sure.
So
And he looks clever and shy.
I didn't say Wincom is my best. I just say Wincom is have a polished manners.
And so why'd you pick him to talk about? Is he an interesting character to you?
I just want to summarize each person's personality and some interesting thing in this person.
Okay, sure.
And I think for him, Wincom is one sentence he said is, "I doubt my ability before such an audience." He talked about Helen, right?
Yes.
What type of guy you think after he said this sentence?
About what? After he said to her what?
After Wincom said, "I doubt my ability before such an audience."
Yeah, I don't like that kind of people, but go ahead. Yeah. I'll go back to that. I'll find it for you. Go ahead. You keep talking.
It's 80.
Yeah,
Page 85.
doesn't matter. So keep talking.
89.
Yeah.
So and Wincom.
Yeah, I doubt my ability for such houses. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of person do you think he is?
He's kind of I think just very gentle.
Could be, but I don't like people who gives this kind of comments.
Yeah. This is
It's not like he doesn't doubt his ability at all. Number one, okay?
Yeah. He just say that to please please the Helen.
Yes, correct. But I don't. Yeah, I don't. I know it's like I can almost say that he's trying to look nice to her or something. So yeah.
And he always he very self-confidence.
Yeah, for sure he's
Yeah.
self-confident.
But
yes.
in order to
So is Hippolyte. Remember, Hippolyte's also very self-confident.
Hippolyte.
Yeah.
Hippolyte is be done by.
But that's his looks. That's how he looks like. But also he has some kind of weird way that he talks too.
He even don't care what he talk after.
Right. He says first before thinking. That's what they say.
Before thinking. And that means he's very confident.
Yeah, that's what it says. No, it says here he's very, very, very self-confident. So Hippolyte came in, right?
Yeah.
And then he says, are you going to talk about ghost story? And says, why no, my dear fellow, said the Vicomte.
Yeah.
And then says, because I hate ghost stories. That's all that we heard from Prince Hippolyte.
Yes.
And what we know from this is that he spoke with such self-confidence. That his hearers could not be sure. That is, they can't tell whether or not he is very witty. Remember witty again.
Stupid.
Or very stupid.
Smart or stupid.
They can't tell. But he was very self-confident. He had no trouble saying whatever he wants. If it was this,
Maybe he don't care what other people think about him.
Could be, yeah.
Okay. Another guy is Pierre.
Yes, what about Pierre?
So far Pierre is observant,
yes.
and looks very bigger.
Yes, bigger than the rest. Yeah.
And clever.
Yes.
And no shy.
Yes.
And then Pierre I think Pierre is confident too.
Let me ask you, why did Anna, out of all these people on her reception, pick Pierre?
Because Pierre is kind of new.
No.
There
are probably other people who are new too. There's much more to Pierre than being new.
What I mean is not only new, but he has his own personality.
So everybody has their own personality.
I mean, this kind of personality Anna don't know a lot.
No, I don't
Anna
think that's the
didn't
issue.
know a lot.
I think they said very clearly when Pierre came in, there's nobody like him. There is nobody like him.
Distinguish him from everyone.
Exactly. So and
this page 78,
Yeah.
I think. 78.
So Pierre is different than anybody else. He had expression
Yeah.
which distinguished himself from everyone else in the room.
Yes.
So meaning that he definitely is, and what kind of things? He's big and
Big.
also very observant.
Yeah.
And
Shy,
shy, and
and
that made him
natural.
very different than anybody else in the
Yes.
room. Okay,
That
so
means because Anna met a lot of people, but Pierre is the only people he never met before.
no, what do you mean by met before? There's probably new people in this room. It's not about before or whatever.
And the people maybe the people are new, but after Anna see them, Anna know what type of people they are.
So what about Pierre?
But
then?
after Anna say Pierre,
Yes.
Anna don't know what type of people Pierre are because he
No,
never
I think she
see
knows.
this kind
I
of-
think she knows exactly what kind of person
You know?
she is. Yes, because otherwise, why would she observe so carefully? She feels he's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yes.
How? But we don't know how she had such a feel.
Oh yeah, we're sure that she has that feel. We
Oh,
don't
we
know
don't know
why,
why.
but yes,
Yeah.
but she has that feel. Yes.
So Pierre is always want to find new, what is the words? Found it.
New what?
The Pierre want found a very good conversation fulfilled.
Yeah, he's looking for a type of different thing. Yes, he's looking for. He feel like he went to this place and there's so many. Oh, just go back. You just missed it. He saw that there were so much smart people, intellectual lights, billions. Remember again, billions.
Billions.
Lights, intellectual lights, were gathered there, and then he felt like he was a child in a toy workshop. There's many people. He thinks that there's many clever conversations out there, right?
Yes, and then.
He was always expecting. See, that's the one I like about it. He was always expecting to hear something
profound.
very profound,
Yeah,
something
profound.
very very deep,
Okay,
right?
very deep. Looks like you.
No, let's keep going.
Okay, so how about we talk about the lady?
Okay, who do you want to talk about?
So I want to compare the.
Is anybody interesting to talk about in the ladies' space?
Yes.
Who?
The little princess.
Why is she
Liz.
interesting? I don't think she's interesting. Why is she interesting?
She's interesting.
Why?
Come on, you are a man. You don't
You
think
tell
a
me.
woman.
You tell me why she's interesting. Number one, she's pregnant, right?
So why she's interesting?
Yes, tell me why she's interesting.
You lose your patience now.
Who is losing his patience?
You.
No, I don't think she's interesting. That's why I don't feel
Okay.
like what do you feel so interesting
I feel
about?
because she looks like because she has very special, pretty little uplip.
Yeah, that's her physical feature, okay?
And
yeah.
then he can pleasure herself and also pleasure the people around her.
Sure, fine. She pleases herself
brightened.
first. Yes, correct.
And then make them
yeah.
thought they were in an amiable mood.
Okay, that's good. She has that natural way of making everybody happy.
This type of people
Okay.
I really, if I can go to the story, I want to meet her because I want to be affected by her.
Okay.
Give me some
happiness, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Helen
Yes.
is a very Victoria beauty woman.
What do you mean Victoria?
This book says.
No, it doesn't say Victoria's.
They
It doesn't
say-
say-
they
there's
say
no
Victoria
Victoria.
beauty.
Victoria's.
Victorious.
It is not Victoria's?
Victorious.
Yes, you keep saying Victoria beauty. That's very different than Victoria's beauty.
Okay. What does
Victorious means like
mean?
win something. You won. You can win things.
Top one beauty.
Yeah, yes,
Channel.
correct. Yes. So it's not Victoria beauty. That's very different. Victorian beauty.
Okay. So I like this sentence.
What?
Not looking at any of them, but smiling on all.
Yes.
Wow.
Why? Why do you like that?
Because that kind of feeling, can you imagine?
Yeah, I know. She doesn't need to look at anyone. She just like smelling for everyone.
Yeah,
yes.
because she know everybody was
Who's
looking at her.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
And then it's so lovely. Not only did she not show any trace of coquetry, but also even appear shy of her, unquestionable.
Yes. So she didn't want to really show off. That's kind of like what she says here.
Because she is too
Yeah.
Too beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, and then and then I want to talk about Anna.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about Anna.
Anna, I think before we talk a lot.
We
Right?
did. So, okay, fine. So let's not talk about everything from Anna from chapter 1.
Yeah, we
Any
talk
new
about,
thing you learn about Anna?
I already learned. Anna
Okay.
is a very good foreman.
Good form. Yes, that's right. So you're talking about her skills
Yeah.
to like hold these receptions.
She
Right.
knows how to run the group,
Yes,
how to run the
right.
people, how
Right.
to control the topic.
Right.
And then very, very interesting is the page 86. So she talked to different people. So first is whisper, right? The
Yeah.
Vicomte knew something personally.
Right.
Whispered.
Right. What do you think the Vicomte knew personally? Now we know, right?
We know.
Yes,
but
about the Duke, yeah.
yeah, so Anna tried to
Give some
interesting clue to
Yeah,
the people.
yes,
So
right.
to one of the guests.
Right.
And Anna continues to say, oh, the Vicomte is a wonderful raconteur, maybe a good storyteller, said to another.
Yeah.
And then she continues to say, how evidently he belonged to the best
That's
society,
right.
said to the third.
Yes.
I think maybe the author didn't talk a lot, but Anna will continue to say to the fourth, the fifth, even the sixth, seventh.
Yes. Remember, she's serving food. Like she took both Abbé and Vicomte, like serving this choicest meat or whatever to people. Yeah.
Yes. I think he
Delicacy.
she kept a watchful eye on and hurried to rescue.
Right. Right.
Yes, this type of person. And let me think. So
and
fun.
Prince Vasily disappeared essentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
Prince Vasily disappeared. Maybe.
So so that's a very good. Okay. So are you done with your people now?
Yeah, I'm done. How about you?
Mine's just about so we talked about characters and maybe
Yes.
spend a lot of time last time about characters.
Yeah.
Now maybe it's a good time to talk about motions, like how motions, like
what they
what
do.
is do is like one type of things. It's like think bigger, like think of like an ocean wave, right? Or think about like how the whole earth moves, right?
Oh my.
So think of that way. So what are the big movements so far? That
big movements.
Big movements, yeah.
I don't have big moments in my.
Not moments, movements. Like what things? So far, what has happened that are big things that has happened? So if I ask you, what's the biggest thing that happened in chapter 1? What would you say?
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
I think it's the two character.
So what? What's the biggest thing that happened there? What's a movement there? Characters is not a movement. Character is just object.
Yeah. Anna's
what's a
Anna's
movement?
invitation.
That's not a movement yet, because invitation is just like causing. Yeah, we can call it a minor movement, but I think there's a much bigger movement. The bigger movement is that the Prince Vasily is looking for somebody to take care of his son, right?
But it's possible.
He wanted to find. That's the main thing that happened, though. He's looking for somebody to take care for his son.
Yeah.
That's why he even came to Anna's reception, right? To find somebody to take care for his son.
Yes.
Right, and then he was.
And Anna do the.
And we see that Anna says, "I cannot help you.
Yes.
Find a position for your son." Right.
But she can find a wife for his son.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes. There's an interesting part about the wife, which we will again go to Prince Bolkonsky, and we meet, and then what you think is the second movement here in chapter 2.
I think
chapter 2 movement.
Chapter 2.
Yes, chapter 2. Yeah. So chapter 3, we know.
It's about the group.
It's about the group. Stuff. Yes. So what's the biggest movement in chapter 2?
Let me think. Chapter 2. Talk about the woman, right?
Huh?
Talk about the.
Yes, it begins with woman. That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. Princess Bogdanska.
So again, it's kind of like a movement again, right? So we know the first movement is Prince Vasily really needs something and seeking Anna help.
Yes.
Turned down.
Yeah.
Then, but she bring it some hope for him, right? Which is through the marriage of that son.
Yeah.
And also there was another thing that she mentioned in chapter 1 is you have a beautiful daughter too,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Remember she said that too?
Elaine,
Right?
Elaine.
Elaine, yeah.
Uh,
So she also mentioned that in chapter 1.
mm,
And she made this to make him feel happy that you have such wonderful children.
yes.
You actually meet 2 of those children in this chapter.
One son, one daughter.
One son, one daughter. Not
Yeah.
the one that is Anatole is the one that wanted. Maybe Anatole is the one that the Prince Vasily wants to put. I don't know. I'm not sure which of the
I don't
sons
know
yet.
either.
But anyway, so now we meet the two children, which again Anna said you should be proud of these 2 children, right, or whatever children that you have.
Mm.
And then we also meet the little princess Bokenskaya, which is related eventually to the other daughter of. So she I think Prince Bokenskaya here, I think she married into Prince Bolkonsky's family. Because Prince Bolkonsky has another daughter called Marie, right? Which she wants to
introduce to
marry Prince Vasily's son, right?
Yeah.
So now we introduce kind of all the family members. So now we have so you can think of maybe the little princess.
Yeah.
She's kind of like the sister-in-law to Marie.
Yes.
She's a sister-in-law to Marie.
Yes.
And eventually they would maybe if Prince Vasily's son marries Marie, they will be all related.
Yes.
Like Prince Elaine and whatever, Hippolyte and this little prince will be related. But out of all these, so we have this family thing going on, right? That's chapter 2. We know all this Prince Vasily's like children came in and whatnot. But then inside of this, somebody else came in. That's the other movement that happened in chapter 2 and 3. What is the other movement? The major other movement that happened. Yeah, what's the other major movement that happened?
The group.
No, the other major movement is centered about Pierre, right?
I forgot Pierre.
Because who cares about the Vicomte telling a story? But other than that, he just tells stories. Albert is there. He's a smart guy, and people come to listen to him. But in the end, everything is about what happened in chapter 2. Pierre got introduced. We don't know we don't know whether he's related to anybody. Actually, he's not related to anyone, seems like, right? Because his father may have been somebody important, but he's not here in this reception. And all that happens is that, well, there's this 3, I already told you, it goes from 3 circles to 1 circle.
Yes.
Right? And why is that? Because in some sense, you can say that Anna is trying to like prevent bad things from happening. And in the end, she's really worried about Pierre, right? So I think the third movement is about who is this Pierre guy, and trying to resolve who is this Pierre guy.
Maybe they will talk about why Pierre is so different than anybody.
No, I don't know why yet, but for sure we see what happened. Chapter 1 is that we have a problem, right? Prince Vasily is looking for some help with his family. We meet his family and potential new family, but now this guy Pierre comes in. So now in the next few maybe this book we'll find out more about who this Pierre guy is, because otherwise there's no point introducing him, right? So this is to expect what you're going to expect next kind of thing, and you sort of like try to understand what the author is trying to do too. He's somehow introducing these players, like you said, the characters, but also more importantly is a movement. What is he trying to do? There's a problem. There's actually many problems. One of the biggest problems is like what's going to happen to Russia, right? There's a nation problem. What's going to happen to Russia given Bonaparte? A lot of this talk, and maybe what's going to happen to these families that he's introducing. Because now Russia is in this war too, right? So I think that's the start of this book. He's introducing these things that are happening.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Thanks everyone.
Okay, thanks. Bye bye.